The cosmic past has arrived to the stage of the mental being. The whole course of evolution is traced in a dream consciousness. She sees now the arrival of man on the scene. The human grew in the bowed ape-like man. The evolution has come now to the stage of the mental being. The vital Purusha has achieved it. He has produced all kinds of animal beings and all that, etc., etc. And he says very significantly, the human grew in the bowed ape-like man. Man is not the product, is not the evolutionary product from ape, from monkey. The Darwinian theory is immediately dismissed in these three words. Bowed ape-like man. No, he is not from ape, but from ape-like. The first form of man was ape-like. In other words, the mental Purusha was already established in that physical form, and it is that which has to go forward now. It is our immediate enthusiasm by which we say, oh, it is from ape man has come. He has not come from ape. It is a new creation altogether in the sequence of evolutionary growth and prosperity. The bowed ape-like man, he stood erect, a godlike form and pose. And what is he going to achieve? He saw his being's unrealized vastnesses. There is something in the mental being, Manomaya Purusha, who can see something unrealized lying ahead of him. He aspired and housed the nascent demigod as already holding in him the God which is to be born shortly. He is there. He is not aware, but he is there already. Out of the dim recesses of the cell, the occult seeker into the open came. From man, the occult seeker has already come here. At last, climbing a long and narrow stair through the circuitous path of evolution, long and narrow stair, spiraling up like that. He stood alone on a high roof of things. The whole creation has come and is standing on top of this creation there. Man, the bridge between the animal and God, between earth and heaven, is standing there now on that rock of achievement. At last, climbing a long and narrow stair, he stood alone on a high roof of things and saw the light of a spiritual sun. That thing has opened out. There are great souls who have seen the transcendental light, the supramental light. They are in a way in contact with them also. A person like Narad, he is that. They are in contact with that, and they see that thing and saw the light of a spiritual sun. He stands in the largeness of his soul, newborn. New birth has taken place in him with that arrival of the light in man. So the course of evolution, the cosmic dream is disclosing to Savitri, yes, all this has happened. Man has come, he is now looking at the sun above. The cosmic past has arrived at that point. And what is going to happen after that? The cosmic past cannot tell us. Therefore, we have here wonderful lines which have been kept purposefully vague. All that has happened so far, all this the spirit concealed had done in her. The entire cosmic past, Savitri is living within her being now. In her own soul, she is living the entire cosmic path. She has assimilated the entire power of evolution in her soul. All this the Spirit conceived had done in her. It is not just a vision. She is experiencing all that. A portion of the mighty mother came. The moment she has seen that thing, the Siddhis, the divine Savitri sends other force into human Savitri. A portion of the mighty mother came into her as into its own human part. She has taken this human part, she is sending that force of her. And then we have earth must transform herself and equal heaven. The cosmic past should lead you to this point. Earth has to transform and be equal to heaven. There cannot be disconnection between the two. If heaven is there, earth also has to be there. If there is a certain merit, certain property, certain quality in the earth, it is that quality which heaven too must acquire from earth. It is necessary. Then the complementary aspect will carry the things forward further. Earth must transform herself and equal heaven. If earth is not in a position to transform herself into heaven, or heaven descend into earth's mortal state, if earth finds it difficult to transcend her own condition, heaven cannot stop there, it must enter into earth. Now, which is going to happen? Is earth going to get transformed into heaven, or is it heaven which is going to enter into earth? That or is kept hanging here. He has not told us at all. Obviously, he will not tell us. He will not tell Savitri at all at this stage. Because the aim is fixed. Earth and heaven, they have to join together. That is fixed. Whether it happens this way or this way, that is perhaps immaterial. But the whole crux of the matter is already quintessenced in the whole process, you see. It has to happen here. Why it is not told whether it is going to be this way or it's going to be that way? Because Savitri has to do yoga yet. Savitri has only awakened to her Swapna state. These are things which have to happen elsewhere. Unless Savitri goes into that yogic state, experiences those things, Savitri need not know whether it is this way or that way. It is not going to be told to her Savitri at all. That is kept in suspense because Savitri has to carry on the yoga further. But one thing is definite, absolutely definite. Whether earth transcends herself and becomes heaven, or heaven comes down upon earth, that is certain. There is no doubt about that thing. But even before that happens, any one of those things happen, or both the things happen simultaneously, what is absolutely essential is that, but for such vast spiritual change to be, earth or heaven or whatever, for such vast spiritual change to be, the heavenly psyche must put off her veil. Savitri must discover her psychic being first. Without finding your soul, without discovering your psychic being, you cannot do anything. It is futile, it is meaningless to talk of heaven coming and earth going up and all of that. For such vast spiritual change to be, the heavenly psyche must put off her veil. So, again, it is the commentary or the yogi, Savitri's yoga, Swapna yoga, has come to this point. This has to happen or that has to happen, but it cannot proceed further unless Savitri discovers her soul. That is the kind of summary conclusion presented to us by the yogi seer. This is what is going to happen here. How will the physical transformation take place? It gets linked up with that question, or is it going to be by the yoga tapasya in the earth consciousness here, the mother doing her yoga in the physical body, or mother in her luminous subtle body being there, working out everything, and then it will drop down here? Which is going to happen? Is the transformation going to be from below, or it's going to be the precipitation of what will be accomplished in the subtle physical and coming down upon earth? The mother says, that knowledge has not been given to me so far. But I know that I have to carry on the work. Whether it is going to be this way or that way, that knowledge has not been. Whatever is necessary for my immediate purposes, that is given to me, and I am going by that. I did not know what is behind elsewhere. Whether this is going to happen or that is going to happen, that knowledge is not necessary at this point. It will come when things sort of mature up to that point. How will the physical transformation take place? We need not talk about that. That knowledge is not given. What cannot undergo evolutionary change, it is definitely one thing. If there is something in the earth nature which cannot undergo the evolutionary change, that will be discarded into the past. That will be thrown away. The dinosaurs had come, the past yugas had come, past cycles had come, they have been pushed. So what is not in the context of the evolutionary progress, that will be discarded. Even if necessary, the human being, if he is not in a position to make progress, he is of no use. Get out, walk away from the scene. Something else has to happen. So it is in a certain sense an obligation on us, if you want to really participate in that, if you want to really live in Savitri, Shivandu's epic Savitri, we have to open out ourselves to that possibility. Otherwise, the chances are that we are getting pushed out. For the divine body, there has to be first the initial transformation. That is an obligation for the human being. Initial transformation is required in the divine body has to take place. Before the divine community appears on this scene, before the Superman race, the supramental race appears here, there has to be first the appearance of the Gnostic being. The collective human race will appear only when the Gnostic being is firmly established in the earth consciousness. That is the work directly connected with the Mother's Yoga. Her concern is to see that the Gnostic being does appear. When the Gnostic being appears, then there can be multiplication, there can be the higher race here. For the divine body, there must be the transformation. And then the new world, the Mother says already on 10th July 1957, she has declared the new world is born on 10th July 1957. It is there in the subtle physical. Now, the bridge between that and this, that is the work which is going on. To what extent we can participate in it, it is for us to decide. To what extent we want to benefit in that whole process, it is our individual soul's choice. But for all those things to happen, the first important condition is we must discover our psychic being. Nothing can be done without that. It is futile to talk of that otherwise. Things that were promised shall be fulfilled. Things that were promised shall be fulfilled. This is what the Mother has written in her prayers, 25th September 1914. Things that were promised shall be fulfilled. When the supramental descent took place, when the new world was born, she changed that thing that was promised have been fulfilled, on 29 February 1956. From 20th September 1914 to 29 February 1956, span of 42 years. What takes eons and eons and eons, yuga, cycles of creation, that has been achieved in 42 years. Things that were promised have been fulfilled. That happened till that. Man arrived from some half luminous beyond. In the cosmic mass, Shivanur writes in the record of Yoga, man arrived from some half luminous beyond. But now, a greater man has to arrive here. The beginning has been made. The Manomaya Purusha has arrived, and Shivanur records this thing. Man arrived from some half luminous beyond 5th October 2012. That early, he had the experience of the entire cosmic past, and he saw the arrival of man in the previous cycle of creation. The cycle terminated with the avatar of Rama. Vanaras who were helping him, the animal beings, evolved animal beings, all those things which were his companions who helped him, who had that aspiration, that quality in them, it is they who promoted the arrival of man, and the Manomaya Purusha arrived. Now, the question is, are we going to be better than those animals? Are we going to participate in the arrival of the higher race? Can we do that something? That is the question.